Hello again, my friends, and welcome back to your halftime show. I'm your host, the Governor. I'm joined, as always, by Bricktop Coxie and King Kally Bisala. Before I get their thoughts on what I must say is probably a much improved first half, but the bar was set low from Ipswich Town. Let's get a few comments. We've got Cruncher. Get effing biscuit legs gone in the summer. We've got Colin Plum.
Watching the game.
He isn't.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I thought he spent his money on McDonald's there. Obviously,
plastic fan, isn't he? Plastic fan. Colin Plum. Norwood, oh my God, get rid of tomorrow, for God's sake. Matt Stannard, a better performance, seemed to have tailed off a little bit, like Bennett's pace, but he needs to sort his feet out. What was that strike? Vicky Henderson is, oh, good God, I'm so bored.
I feel sorry for a dog's anal glands, mate.
Oh, don't go there. Gaming, absolutely toothless, but we've not really threatened. Ash Nesta, decent first half, but need to keep momentum second half. Would get Bennett's off for Dobra. Michael Finch, we've had a shot. Yeah, not too bad. Last time I celebrated that, we went a goal down very quickly, so I won't be doing that again. Michael Yorston, Norwood's a waste of space. Gem, a lot of Norwood conversation going on in the chat. Norwood get injured opening in the aero. Just fairly Lee Anderson with a better side, but again, no threat with Norwood. Right, Coxie, Bricktop, what do you make of that first half?
Well, it is an improvement on Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever day of the week it was last week when that shit show against Wimbledon happened. Yeah, I think it was Tuesday. Yeah, it's a bit better. And like I said, everybody's sort of having a bit of a go at Norwood. How much did he last? 24 minutes. Jackson on, and I have to say that since Jackson come on, he sort of seemed to be proven a bit of a threat down the left there.
Yeah, Neil Moles is quite happy with that half. Kally, I literally left the seat to go and make a cup of coffee, came back, and Norwood got injured in the space of what was a kettle boiling. I was like, what's going on? I thought, was he missing off? He's injured. I had to text the group on the WhatsApp. What did you make of that first half before we get into some individuals?
Collectively as a team, it couldn't have got a lot worse than Tuesday. So the only way was up. It was started brightly. We definitely started on the front foot, but as we often do each game, we have periods of the game where 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, first 20 minutes, we're there without punishing them. At first, I don't know if it was Bennett's or whoever it was in the first couple of minutes where we had the shot and keeper kind of pushed it, bounced everywhere, pushed it over. I remember us scoring a goal at the Valley many years ago, I think Noel Hunt or whatever, when it bounced around in the area and then we ended up in the back of the net. It's just, it's
McGoldrick. Yeah.
Was it McGoldrick? Yeah, I can't remember. It just bounced around, and then all of a sudden it was in the back of the Charlton goal. But it's just it is what it is. It's no threat, really. A shot, we're celebrating that. Well, Holy, I don't know if he got the sun in his eyes or something.
Holy shit.
Oh, yeah, that
he did his best Flappy Bird.
He couldn't catch flu in a flu clinic, that bloke. He literally, I've never seen a keeper look like that.
But then it's the whole team. It was a bit of sloppy play from the whole team, let's be fair, that led up to that. Downs sold.
We're brittle, aren't we?
Short. Well, he sells Dazelle short. He then, Downs was quite surprised his reaction wasn't the normally like, if Downs does something wrong, he normally straight back in there. He's sprinting there. He jogged a little bit around. Crosses come in. Flappy Bird's gone up. And I think it was McGuinness in the end that cleared it off the line. Well, not off the line, but stopped it from going goal bound.
Yeah, it was McGuinness, yeah. Johnny Duncan, it's not better for me. I think it's absolutely piss poor to watch. Bennett didn't let me down. I think he's lost the ball with no pressure 3 times so far. I think it's been better. This is a classic Ipswich Town this year performance. We've looked okay, lacked any quality going forward, always missed out on that. Like Teddy Bishop there towards the end of the first half. He had two passes that have gone into the opposition's 18-yard box. One was over hit and one was woefully under hit. Sums it up, really. The first one was under hit, so the second one he thought I'll put a bit more juice on it and massively overcooked the thing completely.
I think Leandro summed it up quite well with his comment earlier, which was Lee said about, since Norwood has gone off, love him or hate him. And I certainly wasn't in the Norwood camp before, but I've come round to Lee's way of thinking.
We've looked better since he went off.
You reckon?
I think so.
I think so.
Where's the goal for it? I don't see any goal for it.
Wasn't one with him. It's not like you've suddenly imagined. I think I've been really impressed with Jackson. He gets a lot of criticism, and it's almost an unpopular opinion at this stage. But he's battled in that first half. Since he come on, he's looked lively. He's forced the issue. Their pace worries them.
It is probably Jackson's better performance of the season that he's had, right? I can't think of any standout performances from Jackson. And, like I said at the beginning of the season, I'm a Jackson fan anyway, but I just don't see anything, whether it's the fact that we can't create anything. Bish, Downs and Dazelle, always the dream to have them in the midfield, but it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. And I mean, half the time I was on WhatsApp or Twitter or something, like, game just gets boring after a while. And you're like, come on, do something.
Okay, we've got a few comments. We've got Leighton Durrant. It's better, yeah, but we're comparing it to the Bristol Storm chart. That's what I'm going to say. I'm not going to. I'm trying not to swear. I'm trying to limit the swear words. Dennis, didn't expect much. I haven't been disappointed. All about next season for me. Joe Dickerson, start attacking down the right side. Get the unicorn involved. Mark Dowling, not missing Toto or Chambers. Kally, what do you make of that?
Well, I'm not being threatened. I mean, defensively all season, we haven't had too many bad games. Okay, Tuesdays was a shit show across the board. But before that, we haven't really been
threatened. Missing Toto, Kally. Kally, say it. Are we missing Toto?
I will always say we're missing Toto. In Toto, we trust.
Terry English, KVY shows some nice touches. Did he touch the ball? He's been underwhelmed before. He just doesn't look like. I'm expecting him to run and everything, and nah. He's been.
Should we give a shout out? 45 minutes so far, though. That's the Ben Adams sweepstake is still going on.
Should we give a shout out to Brennan Woolley there with some absolute pearl of one-liners? We've got Stephen Ward bombing down the left side, bombing Brenner. I mean, moving might be more of an apt word. I wouldn't call it bombing forward.
To be fair, there was a nice little play right at the beginning. There was a nice little play right at the beginning on their left wing at the top, and he did it off
Tuesday night.
That's true. He went straight from Plough Lane to the Valley, didn't he?
Just arriving. He's like a Greater Anglia train service. Neil Moles, we need Bishop and Dazelle in one player so we can get a midfielder in there. Yeah, absolutely, Neil. Neil's with us Tuesday night for the big game, Northampton. Can be better than 0-0 from the start of the week. JC, KVY's been injured so long, we shouldn't expect too much. He's still a better right back than Chambers, even playing within himself. But Ward, to be fair, has played well. Yeah, he has played fairly decent. I laughed at the bombing forward.
Is our team playing decent because something's happening, we're playing better, or is it because Charlton just ain't that good?
But they are a playoff aspiration team, so they're looking to, as we are. Well, some of us are, to break into the playoffs. This just sums up League One, Coxie, that nobody really is any good, and if you are, you're 1 and 2, right?
Absolutely, yeah, spot on. Yeah. And we are not, unfortunately, we're not a Hull or a Peterborough.
No, exactly. We ain't got the goal scorers.
We ain't got the creativity. We ain't got the goal scorers.
Because there's been a few times there for Charlton, if you would put your Charlton hat on, if you're a Charlton fan, and say they've lacked the final third quality. And that's the same for every team from third down to last. We're all kind of the same. It's just you're more consistently better than each other. Like even Wigan are putting a few results together now and looking to try and break out of that bottom four. The issue becomes, I guess, at 0-0. How do you change the game looking at the bench? Obviously Jackson's on for Norwood now. Freddie Sears.
Cole Scoos 35-yard screamer.
Shout out Andrew Arbon, who says, either I'm gone mad, but I expect Scoos to come on and score the winner. Some of us started early this morning, didn't we?
No one, and I mean all 22 players on that pitch. There's no passion that you think
from either side. No.
You don't think any of those 22 players are chasing a playoff spot, right? You see more passion with the teams down at the bottom, like Wimbledon. When they turned us over, and your Rotherhams or whoever, right? Because they're fighting. They really are fighting to survive. Here, it's almost like they're on holidays already.
Yeah.
All 22. I've not seen. I was worried about this game when we had the run-up of fixtures when Cook was announced, thinking, okay, this is a potential game where it could go pear-shaped. But I've not seen anything from Charlton.
No, me neither. Cruncher says Norwood transfer interest from Holby City. JT, that's Mr. Plastic, by the way. Mr. Plastic says Norwood transfer interest from Holby City. JT, Bennett's is shocking. Johnny Duncan, Liam Richardson is the key ingredient. The Doctor, Zach King. Don't think any outfield player had been actually that bad. Just the end third as always.
Cruncher this morning there. Look, here he is. Look.
Here he is.
Kalina. That's him.
He was the best referee ever.
Absolutely, best referee, and I liked it. Yeah, without doubt. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah. Love him.
He was.
He was scary, man.
He was scary. Yeah, he had everything. Yeah, the eyes.
Listen, I'll judge it.
The eyes.
Great ref.
Alan
Colin
Judge
Plum.
would have gone up against
Perch
that.
the merch. Perch the merch from HDR. Woo.
Perch the merch. Or drop a donation on Ko-Fi. Colin Plum. Love your humour rich in the bin, Norwood. Chris Wardman. I think this could be a game for Dobra to go on for Bennett. He could get through the dodgy defence. Owen Nelson, my €40 bet on us not scoring another goal this season, still looking good. Plastic, I've got more hair than Coxie. Leighton Durran, Biscuit laces in McDonald's already on his Twitter. Johnny Duncan, Judd wouldn't have called him a bald. See you next Tuesday.
No, he wouldn't have done it,
did that just quietly go away? Like that's because that was a big thing, and then suddenly it's not a thing at all, right?
Well, yeah. I was going to say the FA jumped on it, and then they probably realised it was bullshit.
Bullshit. Mike Brown. Can someone please take a shot from outside the box? I'll take a shot anywhere, to be fair, Mike. You know what I mean? Mr. Plastic, Kally needs to get some merch to the tight ass. Yes, Kally, perch. And don't say, wear a hat. You're wearing a T-shirt there. You can get some... Bennett's is useless. I'd bring Dobra on. For Keenan Bennett, see what you've got there, because Charlton are a bit, they're not the greatest of sides. Let's get some players on the ball.
On you go, Dobra. Stick the armbands on.
Blow the armbands on. Are we going to win this game, guys? That's what I want to know.
It's there for the taking for either side. Whether we can conjure up the goal or goals remains to be seen. But either side are not looking actually brilliant out there. The teams are back out. It's a big 45 for guys like Colin and myself who hold out faint playoff hopes. For the rest of you just want to see some sort of green shoots, as it were, Kally. We're back at full time for sadly a bit of a shorter matchday ticket full time show. So if you do want to get on the show, DM me on Twitter or Facebook and ask for the link beforehand, and I'll give it to you, and you can come on straight away. We'll get straight into it on the full time show. No wasting about, no cutting through his shit. Let's get straight into it. Get those opinions. But we're back at full time, hopefully celebrating 3 vital points. We'll see you.
Come on, Town.